You're listening to Radio Mayapur with the best devotional, meditation, kirtan music, and inspirational podcast. This is Radio Mayapur.
Hare Krishna, this is Gangadas, your host for Radio Mayapur. Another beautiful day in Manor. I mean, beautiful, not so much. The little sun came out, then cloud, a little rain. This is a natural state of affair here in UK. You never see full day of sun, but it's nice weather. And the Manor is a very beautiful place. I think everybody should visit it. There's so many things happening here. And so today we are very fortunate. We're doing a podcast with Rama Rupa Prabhu. Welcome, Rama Rupa Prabhu, to Radio Mayapur. It's a great pleasure to have you with us. In fact, it's the opposite. I am your guest here. You are in charge of human resources here. So I know Rama Rupa from when he was very small. He is born in Kenya, Africa, in 1992, and joined the Gurukul in 2011, Mayapur Gurukul, and he graduate from 2016. He also served in Mayapur in the land department, did the worship ministry. Then he was traveling with Jan and Nivas for some time around the world, and he came to UK, and he really liked it, and the authority here like him very much. They requested him to stay here and do some service. Welcome to Radio Mayapur, Rama Rupa.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Thank you very much, Ganga, for the...
It's very nice. I know him from 92, from when he came to Mayapur. I've been there a long time. And so, tell us a little bit about your family, because you're born in Africa, but you're white, and you come from a Gujarati family, I believe.
Yes.
So tell a little bit about your family, and how was Kenya? Kenya is a beautiful place.
Yes, Kenya is a very, very beautiful place. It's a place for tourism. It's for a place that is all about nature. It's all about wildlife.
Okay.
And we have
lion and elephants.
Yes, elephants, lions, giraffes.
Were you scared in the night?
No.
When you're living there, I don't know.
In olden days, when Kenya wasn't developed, it used to be open. So sometimes people in that area where there is now the Nairobi National Park, they used to get visits from the lions and wild animals. But then when it started developing, they made this national park in the city, very big, huge. So it became less dangerous. But yeah, Kenya is a beautiful place, full of nature and wildlife. And
I know some of my friends that come there for sightseeing and they spend 1 month, and they say waterfall, lakes, ocean.
Yes,
beautiful.
and we have really good weather there. That is like, it doesn't get too cold, it doesn't get too hot, But unfortunately, global warming is hitting there also,
Everywhere.
so it's a bit different now. But yeah, my parents, my father was born in Kenya, and his father came from Gujarat with his father.
What he was doing?
They were doing they came for construction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they came for construction, and my father was born there. My mother is from Gujarat, from India, and I was born in Kenya, and I have one brother, elder brother, who's been living in the UK for past 19 years.
Oh, nice.
And I have a sister who is in Kenya. She's a teacher.
Nice.
She's a nursery teacher. She teaches small children.
What language they speak in Kenya?
Kenya, they speak mostly nowadays. It's become like English is commonly used, but the local language is known as Swahili.
Swahili, yes.
Yeah.
You learned the language as well?
I did a little bit. No, I didn't have much interest in it.
How was your relationship with the people who are from local? I mean, or
Local
from
people.
there?
Yeah,
You said.
yeah. Local people are very nice. Actually, people have a bad impression about the local people of Kenya, but actually they are very nice people, as long as you don't get on their bad side. But this is this is
But that's
natural with everyone.
Everyone,
You know,
everyone, yeah.
they are very kind people. And
You were in the school with them, and you
yes,
had
yes,
friends, and
yeah,
so
yeah. We used to. The school that I went to was a mixed school,
Mixed school,
not like an Indian school.
right.
It was a mixed school, and I
Was a
had lots
public
of.
school?
It belonged to the Visaoshal community,
Okay,
but
but they accepted
then
everybody.
yeah, it became
Nice.
like more of a public school than
Right.
private school.
Right.
So yeah, it was a nice school and nice people to be with.
Nice. So then, tell us about your experience about the Mayapur Gurukul. How you end up in Mayapur? First of all, your father, mother decided that you should go there, or you
Actually,
decided? What's the story? Tell us.
actually, I'll tell you.
Because from Kenya to Mayapur, it's quite.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
it's
something
quite
you
far,
just.
you know.
I happen to be next to this place.
Yeah, so this will go back like, of course, I don't come from a devotee background.
Okay.
My parents became devotees after me.
Nice.
They made me a devotee and then they
Then
became
you
a
become
devotee,
devotee
like
also.
something like that.
But pious
my-
people,
Yes,
all
pious
Gujarati
people.
people, they're
Yeah.
pious people.
My mother was chanting Hare Krishna,
Ah,
so maybe
nice.
you can say she was, but like they used to bring me to the temple, and when I was like 8 years old, 9 years old,
Oh,
but I
okay.
never used to get into the temple because I used to smell the strong ghee smell of the
You
cooking,
didn't
and
like it.
I didn't like it that
Oh.
time, and so I used to sit on the staircase
Outside.
outside, and one devotee one day asked, one brahmachari came to me and said, "Why don't you come for the children's class, Sunday school?" So that's how I got like into it.
Introduced.
Yeah,
Nice.
and when I got introduced, and then I used to come for the Sunday classes, and then I got deep into it. I got more interested
How
into
was the
it.
classes? What they tell a story or?
Yeah, they used to like tell stories of Prahlad, Dhruva, that were like the main, and then also like Prabhupada's childhood stories, Krishna's childhood stories,
Nice.
something about Lord Ram, different subject matters. And we used to have competitions of learning shlokas, and we used to do dramas on Janmashtami, and that's what like got me going. So that's how I got introduced, and after that I started spending most of my time at the temple. So whenever I had holidays
You go
from
there.
school, I used to stay in the ashram,
Nice.
from a young age, and somehow my parents were okay with it. And in 2000 in 2008, I got my first initiation by His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, and in 2008,
There in Kenya
in
itself?
Kenya, yeah.
Okay.
So he was one of he was
He's
the
the
GBC.
GBC
He was the
for
GBC
Africa.
of Africa, and he used to come there, and naturally, like he was the most prominent
Person.
guru coming
Guru
there.
coming there, yeah.
No one
Not
else.
many people
Not
came.
many used to come that time. So of course, he was natural to be attracted to him.
Naturally.
And so we when I got initiated, Marge first of all told me, "You've just finished high school, so the best thing for you now is to go to Vrindavan and do your Bhakti Shastri,
Wow.
and I'll take care of you."
Wow.
So I said, "Marge, I can't do this on my own. You know, it's, I don't know if my parents will agree or." And then Maharaj said, "Call them. I will speak to them." So
Wow.
Maharaj
Personally
spoke to them, and yeah, they
couldn't
just
say no.
yeah, and yeah. So that's how I got into there. And in 2009, I went to do Bhakti Shastri, and Maharaj, I traveled with him after Bhakti Shastri, and while we were traveling, Maharaj asked me to go to Mayapur. He said he was going for some bureau meetings in Puri,
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what will you do there? I'll be busy whole day in meetings. What
Right.
will you do there?
Better you go to Mayapur.
Yeah, go to Mayapur and go and have a look at the Gurukul.
Nice.
It's a place where they train to become future leaders of the society.
How old you were at the time?
I was 15,
Pretty
15,
young.
15, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And anyway, that's how
You came to Mayapur.
I came to Mayapur.
That was the first time you came to Mayapur.
That's the first time I came to Mayapur. Yeah, in 2009.
Don't know anybody.
Yeah. I came in November, December.
It's
And
cold.
yeah, and I came. There was one devotee who was doing Bhaktivedanta. He was doing Bhaktivedanta from Kenya, so I stayed with him. Everything was fine, accommodation wise. And then after that, I went to see the Gurukul, but that time they were a bit strict. Okay, we'll let you know. And yeah, they didn't correspond. They didn't respond, and things were going on. And then 2000, one of the criteria that were given to me was that because I was already old to get Upanayana Samskar, I was asked to have second initiation for me to learn yagyas and all these things. So that's how I got. And then so when I was leaving Mayapur, I was challenging Panchatattva because this is like something really struck me. Oh, you can only come if you're second initiated and this and that. So I went to the day I was leaving. I went to Panchatattva and I said I wouldn't.
In the Didi of Panchatattva.
Yeah, in Mayapur, I said to them I wouldn't step in Mayapur until I get second initiation. And I tried so much to come back to India, but I couldn't get visa. No, nothing was happening. And then 2011, Maharaj came for a temple opening, and he remembered what happened to your Gurukul thing, and he's like, I told Guru Maharaj, yeah, they say the criteria is to be second initiated and this and that. Okay, so tomorrow I'm giving initiation. Sit down for the yagya. And yeah, so Guru Maharaj gave me second initiation, and suddenly things started working on its own. I got OCI. I was in India by Ram Vijayotsav. Then I was a bit discouraged. Like they haven't responded emails all these years. Will they accept?
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Vrindavan, and I went to do the 24-hour kirtan. I thought I will join 24-hour kirtan because I had some experience of it.
Right.
Because when I was doing Bhakti Shastri, I had lots of interactions with Ayendra Prabhu, and I used to do some shifts in the kirtan department.
Nice.
So I asked. One of my well-wishers, Bhaktivedanta Bhagavat Maharaj, I met him, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" So I'm like, "Oh, I was thinking of going to Gurukul, but then there's no response. But I'm thinking of joining the 24-hour kirtan." So he's like, "Stop wasting time. Go and study in Mayapur. Go and do a course." So I said, "Okay."
Yeah, what type of course?
I've already done Bhakti Shastri. I'm not ready for Bhakti Vaibhav. So what do you think I should do? And he said, "Okay, go and do the deity worship course."
Nice.
So he spoke to Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj spoke to Nrsimha Kavach Prabhu and gave recommendation and all that during the GBC meetings. And then that's how I got to Mayapur. I did the deity worship course. And then when I was going to leave, I had gone a few times to the Gurukul, but no response still. And when I was going to leave Mayapur, I'm like, let me try the last time, what can I do? Like day after tomorrow is my flight.
Yeah.
So let me, no harm in trying. And I went to Gurukul, and Priti Maharaj said, Priti Mishai said, "Okay, you can come, you're in." And there you go. I just contacted my parents. I'm not coming back.
Cancel the flight.
Yeah, and that's how I started my Gurukul.
Nice.
Yeah.
How was the experience of the Gurukul? Living there was tough, or was
Yeah,
austere, or was
experience was it was really nice. I had personally, of course, there are always difficulties. Anywhere you go, there's
that's everywhere
difficulties.
you do
Yeah.
something.
But majority of the part, I was a really wonderful experience. I learned so much about developing character, how important it is to develop character, and you
Yes.
develop character through menial service.
Absolutely.
And that is what we were trained in, menial service. Like most of our days was spent in cleaning and
Cooking and do many other.
yeah, and serving the cows, and washing our clothes on our own, not in the machine or
Yes.
getting washed by someone.
Hand pump.
Yeah, and we used to take bath under the hand pump in buckets, and it's austere life, but this is what develops our confidence, our character.
Sure.
And I can say that it has helped me so much,
Obviously.
because Maharaj's instruction to me was to go there and imbibe the mood and become a leader in the society.
And a leader must be having character. Otherwise, what kind of leader you are?
Exactly, yeah. So it was a very nice experience in the Gurukul.
And now you're bonding with the other devotees, children. At the time, you will be able to make friendship with them.
Yeah, we made lots of friends.
Because
we
you're
still
in the
keep in touch.
The same boat you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Either you sink or you swim.
Definitely, yeah. So, yeah, so many friends, and we still keep in touch.
Nice.
Though most of them are in Australia now.
Yes.
But we do keep in touch.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like, because both of my sons went to the Gurukul when they were kids, 8 years old. So I figured out myself, it was like a little bit like going to the army service, where you learn discipline and you learn what to do, what not to do, and you do many things by yourself. So, like you say, develop character.
Yes, definitely.
And now they're very successful. Bhakta's there in Mayapur, and Gadadhar is here. Both initiated, married.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so important. Like, if you can go through Gurukul training, you can go anywhere in the world and not be stuck.
Everywhere else is a piece of cake.
yeah, because you know how to do all the basic things.
Sure.
And you can just,
relate to everybody.
Yeah.
Communicate with everybody.
Yeah, and it's so nice, actually.
Plus, you did a lot of festival. All the Mayapur kids, they did the elephant procession, the Jagya,
the
Abhisheks, name it. All the big festival.
And we also got trained in installing deities, which is not very easy, and it's not for everyone to do. But we used to, we installed deities. I personally went to so many places, did few installations, and it was such a transformative.
Because during the installation, you're actually calling the Lord into that form. And the Lord remained there by the service of the devotee. So
and you sometimes you really see that happening.
Absolutely.
Like I'll share with you one experience we had in Bali. We went and we were installing Gornitai there and Jagannath. So myself and Priti Maharaj, that time he was Priti Mashai. When we arrived there, we were looking at the deities, like what's the situation, with the torch, the quality of the marble, everything. And we went through the torch and we saw everything. Everything was clear. Everything was nice. Everything was fine. As soon as we...
1 second before you go ahead, because many people don't know what means looking with the torch. Because you're looking at the deity, which is white marble.
Yes.
And you're looking if there is any crack with the torch.
Crack or any...
any which defect you can say.
Or...
Because the Lord will not appear
if
there's a broken part. Correct?
Yeah,
Am
definitely.
I correct?
Yes,
So
definitely.
I'm just explaining because people who listen this, what means looking with the torch.
Yeah, so we're just looking for anything suspicious. Not even suspicious, just generally, just going through because it's white marble. So as soon as we install the deities, Lord Nityananda, a Brahman thread appeared around his body.
Amazing.
A natural one, you know.
Like Radhamadava, Krishna
Yes,
has
Krishna has a natural white Brahman thread.
Yeah.
So like that, it's really like, yeah, the
This
Lord.
is after you did Abhishek with ghee, with honey,
everything,
with milk.
Yeah, and then when we did the procedure of installing, and then when I was dressing, I did the first dressing of those deities, and I saw that
was not there before.
Yeah, we checked this, and so yeah, so I'm very grateful that I got this training of installing deities, and yeah, it's a life-changing experience.
Of course.
Your faith in the Lord increases.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's wonderful. You have any other amazing story you'd like to share?
I mean, there are many regarding Gurukul.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are so many. We got it was a privilege to cook for Prabhupada's disappearance day. We used to.
How many preparations?
Oh, it was like 15, 16 preparations. You
Nice.
know, for not only for a small amount of people, but
huge amount.
We cooked the feast in the Gada building.
Wow.
For the disappearance day.
And so that was for at least 500
more
1,000 people.
1,000 people, 16 preparations. Wow. And I remember, like, at that time we had a desire that we are only going to cook in pure ghee, nothing less than pure ghee. And even the puris we had fried in the ghee, and I had the privilege for doing fundraising for that.
Nice.
And I did the fundraising, and we collected all the funds. And
how many kilo ghee you collected?
Oh, we had over, I think so. It was 65, 70 liters of ghee or something.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I took that feast, and I remember it was something out of this world.
Yes.
It was so delicious.
Yeah, it was like
amazing.
It took us a few days to prep everything and stuff. And yeah, that was like the best feast I can remember cooking in the Gada building, you know.
Nice facility in the Gada
building. Yes, definitely.
We have nice equipment for cooking.
Yeah, for large quantity of people. Yeah. It's not a joke. It's it's a big task.
Serious.
Yeah, but it was really nice. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, tell us now that you're heading the Department of Human Resources.
Yes.
This is your office where we are recording today.
Yes.
So tell us what's your task, or what you're doing here, and what's your project?
Yeah. So
as human resource officer.
Basically, so to say, it's human resources. It's not like,
of course,
commercial corporation companies, but according to the laws of the UK, then you have to follow some protocols and stuff.
Sure.
And basically, I represent the employees.
How many people you have employed here? Approximate
100 employees.
Okay.
We have different departments. We have the gardens, maintaining. As you have seen, is a big piece of land, 70 acres.
Yes.
Land, and we have lots of cows. We have big gardens and stuff.
Snack bar and restaurant.
Yeah. So
plus you doing a lot of marriages and functions.
Yeah, and so
samskaras.
Yeah. So we have lots of people involved, and mainly the manor is mostly supported through volunteers.
Right.
But of course, volunteers they do their job, so we need people on the ground on the day-to-day basis. On Saturday, Sunday, mainly all operations are under the volunteers, but day-to-day we have employees. So I basically make their contracts and I deal with them any issues they're facing or
Right.
things like that. And then I have to deal with other things like festival committees and we have this VIP coordinations. Any senior devotees coming, so we try to accommodate them. Yeah, sometimes it can be difficult because we go through so many people coming at the same time, and we have lack of place to accommodate. Accommodation is very limited here because of the rules of the council.
You cannot just go and build some building for
We can't.
guest
Yes,
house.
we can't. You need a planning permission, and you need so many permissions, and the village people here are not very supportive because, of course, if we start building here, then the value of the property will go down. So they're not very. So that's why we struggle with it. But yeah, so I deal with the VIPs and try to accommodate wherever we can.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a fulfilling service, you know.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's a very fulfilling service. It just satisfies the heart. You know, we talk about devotee care, caring about the devotees and stuff. So that's what human resources is about, caring for your employees. But over here
you
is
also
more
do
like
service in the pujari room every day.
Yes,
you are connected always with Krishna directly.
Yeah, somehow the connection with the deities is very strong because that's what I've grown up with. You know,
Correct.
I started my deity worship, not career but service, from a very young age, the age of 13. I remember in Kenya, one of the temples, Kisumu, was almost closing down because the pujaris overnight they disappeared.
What happened?
Yeah, and luckily I was on holiday, so they tried to get me there somehow.
Yeah, nice.
Me and one other Mataji, we went there. Amrita Kelly Mataji, we went there and we helped them until they would bring some pujaris there. So I've been doing worship. I wasn't even initiated, nothing, but it was just circumstances.
Yes.
I had interest and I went for it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was like I was like 14, 15 years old.
Very young.
And since then I've been very attracted, and you know, I did the deity worship course. I even went teaching. I was I taught in the Mayapur Academy.
Yes.
And I also served in the Ministry of Deity Worship to the GBC, and I represented Malaysia, Indonesia, East Africa.
Nice.
To the GBC Deity Ministry, and somehow I'm still connected with deity worship.
Heart to heart connection.
Yeah, definitely. And well, all credit goes to, you know, it would be wrong if I don't mention Jananivas Prabhu and Pankajari Prabhu, you know, because they've been very inspirational in this path of my spiritual life. Since I've been in Mayapur, they really engaged us in deity worship, and like I just came for the course, and you know, I didn't know them much very well, but like from that time, after few weeks of the course, I was so eager to address the deities and everything. So Jananivas Prabhu so kindly like asked the pujaris in Radha Madhav altar to engage me in some service in the mornings. Nice. And I used to dress the Sakhis on Krishna's side, for months.
Yeah, that's a nice
service. So all credit goes to them. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rama Rupa Prabhu, tell us one sloka that you keep in your heart, whether it's from any scriptures or something which you always get inspired in your heart. Whether it's from Bhagavad Gita to Daniel Charitamrita, any scripture I know all of us have some, you know, we carry with us always something which reminds us of Krishna.
Definitely, you put me on the spot, but
you know, I mean,
there are so many. No, for sure, there are so many shlokas, but there is this one particular shloka which is dear to my heart, but it never comes to my mouth. Only the translation
Yeah,
comes.
it's okay. It's fine.
Is that if we worship Krishna sincerely, Krishna says, then whatever we lack, he gives, and
Yes.
whatever we have, he preserves it.
Yeah, of course.
So that's really,
It's
yeah.
beautiful.
I
You have
just
experience of that.
I got
practical experience.
yeah. So the verse is there, but it's
Yeah, it's okay, no problem.
And another verse is Krishna swadhama pagate dharma jnana divi saha kalo nashta drishamesha puranarko dunadita. This is like really dear to me. Like it increases my faith in the Srimad Bhagavatam. That Krishna, when he left to the spiritual world, he left this Bhagavatam. He incarnated as Srimad Bhagavatam in this age of Kali.
Absolutely.
For us to associate with him.
But let me ask you one question. For example, in Bhagavatam or in other scriptures mentioned that there will be in this Kali Yuga 10,000 years of golden age. So how you see this? Because I have seen from my perspective, I can tell you, but let me see what you can see, how the world is slowly entering into another dimension, would you say?
Yeah.
Because people are becoming awakened, or people are eager to know spiritual life or inquisitive.
Yeah.
Because 30, 40 years ago, there was no vegetarian restaurant, there was no vegetarian food in the plane, there was no people interested in spiritual life, a little bit, but now we can see there's yoga, there is this, so many aspects are becoming more and more, attractive to people. That's from my point of view, I see. I don't know, you are younger than me, so.
What I can say is that, things get worse, but when things get worse, then the Lord brings something like COVID.
Yeah.
And then when COVID comes, then people are situated in their houses where they can think about things. And when people were really stuck, they really came out with the understanding that there's something more than just working. And
of course.
And this is what the material nature does. We may blame China or we may blame USA to release this infection or anything, but at the end of the day, we can understand that nothing, not even a blade of grass, moves without the sanction of the Lord.
Yes.
So that this is maybe a way of the Lord to let people, if they'll be frustrated at home, they'll think about their life actually.
Absolutely true.
And after COVID, we have seen a rapid growth in the Krishna consciousness movement.
Yes.
To some degree.
Yes.
In Mayapur, before COVID, I remember there used to be like a quiet period in Mayapur.
Yes.
But now throughout the year is like full.
We have between 10,000 and 100,000 people every day.
Yeah. Now Vrindavan, Kartik used to be peak.
Now every day.
Every day is like Kartik.
Yes.
Similarly here at the Manor.
Yeah.
We have people coming
every day.
Every day. Lots of people coming. Like we have lots of visitors coming, even if it's a working day or not.
Yeah. So that means people are re-evaluating their life and say, okay, let me go take Krishna's blessing.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely. And this is what COVID has brought.
Yeah. Blessing in
disguise. Blessing in disguise, yes, definitely. Yeah.
Rama Rupa, I'm very happy to have a podcast with you. Would you like to give a message to the people who are listening to us, to Radio Mayapur? What is your message to the people who are listening to us today?
Well, my message is let's see what message I can give you is
not to me, to the people.
To the people, yes. We have to slow down in life. Okay. Re-evaluate.
Yes.
What we are doing, what is our purpose in life. Because when we become devotees, we actually think we know so much, and we do things like a machine,
mechanically,
than actually experiencing Krishna consciousness. It becomes so mechanical, so we have to like reevaluate and stop thinking like a machine, but actually we should try to keep the main thing
the
the
main
main thing. Yeah.
Yes.
And the main thing is to serve Krishna and his devotees.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the way people can become happy. Actually.
Definitely. And also one of my mentor says that praying for others is so important.
Absolutely.
Praying for others is so important. He says that if you pray for yourself, Krishna listens. But if you pray for others, then Krishna acts.
Nice.
And you should ask others to pray for you, because if they pray for you, Krishna will act for you.
Nice.
So it's very important. We pray for others, and we also request people to pray for us. So please do pray for me.
So Rama Rupa Prabhu, please also pray for all the people listening to Radio Mayapur.
Definitely.
For their well-being and their happiness in life, so they can become Krishna conscious.
Definitely, as Jananiwas Prabhu says, may Lord Nrsingadev remove all obstacles from the path of your devotional service.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Rama Rupa
Thank
Prabhu.
you.
It's a great pleasure.
Thank
Shri
you,
Prabhupada ki
Jai.
jai. Ananta Koji Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
You're listening to Radio Mayapur with the best devotional, meditation, kirtan music, and inspirational podcast. This is Radio Mayapur.